Hi guys, this is Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge, and this is the second Friday in October 2017. Fixed Blade Friday is what we call it. Today I have a CRKT S.P.E.W. S-P-E-W, small, pocket, everyday Wharncliffe. I don't know. Alan Foltz is the designer. He came up with I'm going to call it a silly name. SPEW is much better than small, pocket, everyday Wharncliffe. Because you can spew this thing at somebody and you'll be taking care of business. It's a cool little neck knife. That's the main way to carry this thing. Comes with a lanyard, comes with a sort of ABS or some other kind of plastic sheath. A 5CR15 MOV stainless steel blade. Yes, I would like a better steel. G10 two-tone handle scales. Built-in little lanyard, and it's built in, and it's not through a hole. It's inside. You have to take the handle scales apart to get at it. And yes, it's a nice Wharncliffe, very, very stubby, and totally flat. To be a Wharncliffe, you have to have a flat blade. Anytime your blade is curved with the belly or a recurve, it's no longer called a Wharncliffe or a sheep's foot. Those names are reserved for when you've got a flat-edged blade. So, very light little thing. One thing that I changed on it, that this is the best place to tell you right now, is I added these break apart clips. I've done another video where I talked about those. It just makes it much, much safer. Put it on your neck. You're carrying it outside, you're walking around or whatever, and you get caught on a branch and it breaks. You'll notice that it breaks and you'll find it and pick it up and keep going. Otherwise, maybe you're going down the side of a fairly steep hill and you get it caught on a thick branch, and if it's tied off, it could go like this and it could hurt you really much. Or worst case scenario is some people die from things around their necks, and I don't like that idea, so I use this. Yeah, it has to take a fair bit of force to take this apart. I could, if I wanted to, take a knife and make this edge here just a little bit lighter and thinner, and it would break apart easier, which I would do for my grandson. I bought a whole big package of these things, and so I've got some that I've given to my daughter and my son-in-law, so that when my grandson or granddaughter get into wanting to wear stuff around their necks, they've got these things already handy to keep those kids safe. And, it's a decent system that you've got right here. A nice neck carry. And there are alternatives, ways of you attaching a belt clip of sorts to this. And you could either wear it horizontally, along your belt line or in the small of your back. Or one way that I like to carry these sometimes is inside a pocket. You just drop them in the pocket and you tie off a little bit of a lanyard onto a belt loop or something, so that when you pull it out, your sheath stays tied to your pants or to your belt or whatever, and your knife is at the ready. Lots of different ways to carry a knife like this. Retention, very good. Tiny little bit of noise. But I don't walk around like this, doing this, trying to scare away the squirrels anyways. So, it's pretty cool. You can always put in a tiny bit of paper in there or something to help get rid of that little bit of a rattle. So let's get this camera realigned down onto my tabletop, and we're going to take a closer look at Alan Foltz's CRKT S.P.E.W. Or is it CRKT's Alan Foltz S.P.E.W.? Or is it my knife that I'm going to look at right now? Okay, let's get started. Oh, no, we already started a while ago. Let's continue. Stick around. I picked up this knife in on a clearance rack at a sporting goods store. The same place that I bought that Vantage. The same place I bought that Buck Vantage knife. And it was listed for $20 there. And I looked at it and I thought, hey, that's a pretty decent knife. There was no packaging with it, just the knife itself. And I guess that's why it was on clearance. Somebody must have returned it or something or whatever. And they wanted $20, and I thought, oh, that's not bad. I think $20 is okay. That's $20 US. And I went ahead and I bought it. Turns out This thing costs $20 US at Walmart. Sorry. Yeah, at walmart.com and at amazon.com. Exact same price in both places. Did you know you could get knives at Walmart? You can get all kinds of knives at Walmart. If they don't have it in stock, they don't usually have very much at stock. But walmart.com, you can go in there, order a knife. They'll deliver it to your local Walmart anywhere in the United States. And then you pick it up and you've got your knife. So especially if you live in small town USA and your town's just big enough to have a Walmart, or the town next door is just big enough to have a Walmart, or down the road, I should say. Yeah, you can go online, order what you want. Very often they've got good prices, not always the best, and get it delivered to that local Walmart for no shipping charge. You can save yourself a little bit of coin that way. Or you can buy this thing at amazon.com for the exact same price, $19.98 at both stores. And amazon.com has this on their Prime listing, so if you're a Prime customer, shipping's free for you. I am an Amazon associate, so I will have Amazon links in the description below. And if you use those links, I will get a tiny commission. So in that case, I'd prefer if you used Amazon over Walmart, just so that you could help out this channel a little bit. Thank you very much if you do, but if you don't, that's fine. Other prices, Knife Center wants $29 for this. Blade HQ wants $28 US for this. So $20 at Amazon or Walmart is a really good buy. In Canada, the best price I could find for this is at amazon.ca. Now that's rare, that the best price you find for knives at amazon.ca. But you $36.14 Canadian. But you can also get it at Blades Canada, aka Warriors and Wonders. They have it at $42.41. Plus shipping, of course. So that's the prices. What do we got here? I already mentioned that's 5CR15. That's not a coating. They did a bead blast on this knife. So that's a good thing. You've got a really slow, almost a straight angled kind of Wharncliffe, but since it is curved, it's a Wharncliffe and not a clip point. You've got a hollow grind, a very slow, gentle hollow grind here. A little bit of a thumb riser with some jimping in there. G10, I know it looks like micarta, but it's a two-tone G10. It's got what I call side jimping all the way across there and all the way across the side of the belly on both sides. That helps you get some really good purchase on what's otherwise a very small knife. My hands are large, bordering on extra large, and I get a good 3-finger grip and my pinky gets in there. Even somebody with extra large hands, you're going to find this knife to be an okay kind of grip if you want something small. I think you can grip this thing okay. And anybody with smaller hands to the smallest possible human hands of an adult, this thing's going to be a good size for your hand. It's good to have a little knife handy. This is a good neck knife to carry if you can carry neck knives where you live, or when you're camping and stuff. It's always good to have a nice little knife handy. For nice finger twirl right there, partway up the blade, mostly in the handle. Very safe because you can grip in pretty deep, and that stops it when you're using this thing in a stabbing motion. If it stops suddenly, it's very unlikely that your hand will slip over and go over the cutting edge. So that's a good thing. Nice rounded G10, good texture on there. And this cool little lanyard is there for a reason. It's for your pinky to have some grip back here, or even just when you want to pull it out of here, anywhere you grab, you're going to get good purchase on it. Cutting edge. So from the plunge line right here to the tip of the blade, 7.2 centimeters, 2.83 inches. Blade length from the tip of the handle to the tip of the blade is 7.597 centimeters, 2.99 inches. The grip area right here, and I'm measuring from this point. I'm adding that on instead of going just from the handle. So from this point to the end of the handle here is 7.87 centimeters, 3.1 inches. Total length of this knife without the lanyard is 15.8 centimeters, 6.22 inches. It weighs 49 grams, 1.7 ounces. You add in the sheath, and you're talking about 69 grams, 2.4 ounces. Not much for this whole kit. Not even 2.5 ounces all in with everything that you got there. That's not bad at all. in the hand, you can get a lot of different grips that are comfortable. You've got this back grip, and that's quite comfortable in there. You got, this kind of fist grip. It's comfortable. Stick your thumb up. That's very comfortable. Pinch grip. You put your index finger in that choil. Quite comfortable. You can reach back and grab the lanyard back here if you need to have a greater reach. And because you've got this nice shape of the handle right here, you can get a pretty secure grip back there with or without your thumb up on that thumb ramp. It's a good knife with lots of options. Pros and cons, everything's a pro for me except for the steel type. I would have preferred even 8CR13 MOV steel on here. If they needed to stick with Chinese steel, 9CR18 MOV, that would be a whole lot better. I really am liking the knives that I've had with 9CR18 MOV. If you see that steel type, that's a steel type that I recommend quite highly. And I wish that more and more manufacturers would, if they want to get Chinese-made knives and they want to use a low-cost Chinese steel, come on, guys, start using 9CR18. I really recommend it. So that's the only really thing that I would change. I like the colors on here, I like the grip, I like the looks. I hope that they would come out with more options with a couple of different colors. Somebody might want, a really bright colored handle so that if they drop this in the forest, they could find it really easily. Other people might want it even more muted than this. Who knows? The fact that you've got a bead blast helps to disguise this blade. I did a kind of mirror finish on the cutting edge that makes that part quite reflective, but, not bad. I'll give you a close-up picture of this leading edge if you want. Well, you can't decide. It's going to be on the screen or it isn't, right? I don't mind hollow grind. The good thing about that is as I sharpen this knife, I'll be able to sharpen it a number of times before I start getting thicker behind the grind for that edge. And I'll talk about that in another video. I would have liked the sharpener's choil, nothing too big, but something nice and small. Because you can't really see. I didn't really mess up when I was sharpening it yet, but one day I might. You've got nice small label CRKT there and SPEW Foltz design right there, and then the model number 2388 right there. I'm glad that that's not a whole lot bigger. I don't like it when they splash names and words all over blades, especially if they're small like this. It fits many hand sizes. It looks good, easy to handle. Purchase price is not bad. Great sheath retention. That tiny little bit of noise, not bad. I don't call that bad at all. And you can fashion this for a different kind of carry as well if you want to. And, that's it. The only thing I do recommend is if you buy this, check out my links in the description below and get yourself some of these. For any knives that you have for neck knives, get something like this so that you can carry things around your neck and it'll break away if it needs to. It's just a good idea, low cost investment, and it's just a wise thing to do. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thanks for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and please do comment, and please give this knife video a thumbs up. Even if you don't like the knife, give the video a thumbs up, will you? And remember to always cut towards your chum, not your thumb. And not your mom. Bye now.